Good evening and welcome inside FirstEnergy Stadium as we're coming up on Game 5 of 6 of this week's series between the Reading Fightin Phils and the Harrisburg Senators. Welcome into the pregame show. My name is Jake Starr. My broadcast partner, Bob McCool, will be joining us in just a little bit. Reading tonight looking to get back in the win column after a 6-4 defeat in last night's game. Senators raced out to a 6-0 advantage in Friday night's contest, which included a 5-run fourth inning against Chuck King, who had a rough going of it in his third start of the season. But credit to the Fightin Phils bullpen. They were strong. They went 5 scoreless innings, 2 from Andrew Baker, 2 more from Andrew Bechtold, and then the top of the ninth belonged to Tommy McCullum. Offensively, it was a quiet night pretty much throughout, but Reading showed some fight in the bottom of the ninth inning, scoring 4 runs, and they had the tying run at the plate, but it wasn't enough as Michael Cuevas came in and shut the door for his 3rd save of the week and 3rd save of the season to give Harrisburg their 3rd win of the week. So tonight, the Fightin Phils look to prevent Harrisburg from winning the series and give themselves a shot at a split tomorrow, but the Senators will have other plans to try to earn themselves a series victory tonight against the Fightin Phils. Gabe Moser, the local product. I already see some Moser jerseys in the crowd. Made the drive from Allentown, the Parkland High School alum. Will be on the mound for the Reading, and it'll be a bullpen game for Harrisburg. Miguel Gomez, the right-handed arm, will open it up for the Senators, and then we'll kind of see where they go from there. Center fielder, and yes, center fielder tonight, Robert Moore, making what he told me, his first ever appearance in the outfield in his life. Not since high school, not since college, not since Little League, but ever. He's our guest on tonight's pregame show. We talked to Robert Moore, the second-year RFL, about returning to Reading and about his center field debut, which is a little less than 15 minutes away. And that conversation with Robert Moore is coming up after this here on the Fightin Phils Radio Network. National anthem has concluded from the General Nash Elementary School Chorus, and that'll wrap up tonight's pregame show. Once again, thank you to Robert Moore for joining us on our pregame show tonight. So now it's time to play some baseball on this Saturday night and to give you the starting lineups. Let's send it over to my broadcast partner, Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake Starr. And as Jake said, thank you to Robert Moore for spending some time with us in the pregame show as we get set to play baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Harrisburg Senators, the Reading Fightin Phillies, Game 5 of this 6-game series. The Senators have won 3 of 4 in the series. Tonight, Harrisburg begins tonight's game at 12-13, and the Phillies now at 6-17. Game time temperature for tonight is 78 degrees. Presented to you by All Temp Enterprises. Wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour right now, blowing straight out on our American flag and straightaway center field on top of the Redners Event Center. There are some storms in the forecast, so we'll try and make sure we do our best to get you a full game of baseball in over the course of tonight's endeavors. And here is the Harrisburg Senators starting lineup of Philip Glasser back in leadoff spot. He's in left field. Nick Schnell is the designated hitter tonight, batting second. Yohande Morales bats third and plays third for Harrisburg. Joe Naranjo is the cleanup hitter and playing at first base. Cade Wallace at second, bats fifth. Jeremy De La Rosa is batting sixth and is in right field. Cortland Lawson bats seventh at shortstop. Maxwell Romero, the catcher, bats eighth. And Jared McKenzie, the center fielder, will bat ninth. That lineup facing right-handed veteran pitcher Gabe Moser for the Reading Fightin Phils.
Fifth appearance for Moser, 0-2, a 4.66 ERA, 19 1/3 innings pitched, 20 hits, 6 walks, 29 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .253 against.
So Philip Glasser, who's had himself a whale of a series as he steps to the batter's box. And our first pitch of tonight's game delivered at 6:46 p.m. Just a tick off of scheduled starting time of 6:45, but it is a fastball from Gabe Moser on the inner half of the plate for a called strike. Glasser 8 for 18 in this series, has his batting average now at .390. And he will add one more to it as he grounds one into right field for a base hit. So Glasser, again, for the second time in this series, leads off the top half of the first inning with a base hit. He does it this time on the second pitch of the game. 2 nights ago, he did it on the first pitch of the game. His 9th hit of the series will bring Nick Schnell to the plate, and he, like Glasser, has done damage at the top of the lineup. He's 7 for 19 in this series. Showed his first sign of power in last night's game as he takes that pitch up high for a ball. Hit one off the center field fence of the Redners Event Center. The height of the wall denied him a home run. But he made up for that the next time up as he towered one off the top of the Redners Event Center for a double and a home run in last night's game. Glasser takes his lead off of first, and Moser's 1-0 pitch to the plate is low and away ball 2. So Schnell in the season, it's at .333, 5 doubles, 2 triples, now a home run and 10 RBIs. So lots of productivity for Delino DeShields at the top of his lineup. This one is a chopper towards second. Cole Roberts has to back up and has only one play to first, and it's in time. Glasser moves up to second base.
Yeah, kind of one of those tough hops for Roberts where you want to charge and try to turn 2, but it just didn't play itself out like that, so he had to sit back. And by the time he got it, the only play he had was the first base.
Here is the rest of the defense. For the Fightins, Felix Reyes is in left. Robert Moore is in center. Leandro Pineda is in right. Keaton Anthony's at first. Cole Roberts, who made that play, is at second. Aid Miller at short. Luis Verdugo at third. And Andric Nava behind the plate as Yohande Morales now steps into the plate. And the first pitch from Gabe Moser to the right-hander is a called strike. Morales has made his mark in this series as well. 5 for 18 with 3 doubles and a home run and 5 RBIs. And the 0-1 pitch is a bit low. The Senators have done damage with the extra base hits in this series. 12 doubles and 7 home runs in total through the first 4 games for Harrisburg in this series. 1 ball and 1 strike to Morales. And this one's lined into center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to find green grass, and that's going to be another extra base hit as it rolls to the wall. Glasser will cruise home, and Morales will cruise into second base with a stand-up double, and yet again, the Harrisburg Senators strike first.
Yeah, this Satina does not take a lot of pitches. If they think they can get wood on it, they're going to give it a rip. And, I mean, that was an off-speed pitch on a corner, and Morales was still able to barrel it up and drive it to right center field.
5th double of the season for Morales, 4th in this series. 15 RBIs now on the year, 6 of them in this series, as Joe Naranjo now will step in. Another of the lefties in this lineup. 6 left-handed hitters in the lineup tonight for the Senators. And the first pitch to Naranjo is a healthy cut that he fouled straight back. Naranjo 4 for 12 in the series. He's also walked 5 times, hitting at .273 with a double, a triple, a home run, and 6 RBIs on the season. Outfield plays him, the left-handed hitter, to pull the outfield very much around the other way. 0-1 pitch, way outside. It's 1-1. So Morales at second base, run across, 1 out, top half of the first. Moser takes a look back at second, comes with his 1-1 pitch. Just misses. I assume outside. It's 2-1.
Yeah, just a hair off the plate with that changeup. Not a bad miss, though.
Ethan Gorsak calling our balls and strikes tonight. Rafael Pineda is at first. Tyler Whitty is at third in our 3-man Eastern League umpiring crew. 2 balls and a strike now to Joe Naranjo. Lifted down the third base line and slicing foul and into the grandstand. Great crowd on hand. It's a Saturday night. There's fireworks on the schedule and a buzz at FirstEnergy Stadium. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Joe Naranjo. Moser again takes a look back and comes to the plate, and it's over for a called strike 3. Big strikeout there for Moser.
Yeah, big one, first one tonight. Moser coming off a career-high 10 strikeouts over a season-best 6 innings last week against Portland. He gave up just 1 run. It was unearned in that game against the Sea Dogs.
That will bring Kalen Wallace to the plate. Wallace did not play in last night's game, hitting at just .193 on the season, including 3 for 13 in this series. Wallace is a highly regarded prospect in the Nationals organization. The right-handed hitter takes one for a called strike. He's the number 10 prospect, just 23 years of age, out of Little Rock, Arkansas, former University of Arkansas product. Acquired from the Kansas City Royals in a trade for reliever Hunter Harvey a season ago. And he drives this one to left center field. Back goes Reyes, back to the track, and it is in the bullpen. A 2-run home run for Caden Wallace, and make it now a 3-0 Harrisburg lead.
3rd home run of the season for Caden Wallace. It was a fastball up and a little in, and he takes the hands in and he crushes it. 354 feet, 102 off the bat from the Senators' 5-hole hitter.
So another evidence of the extra base prowess of Harrisburg in this series. Their 8th home run of the series. And it's a 3-0 lead now for Jeremy De La Rosa, who takes a big swing and comes up empty on the first pitch from Moser. Phils fell behind 6-0 in last night's game before the valiant comeback in the 9th. Down 3-0 here before they get a chance to swing the bats. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes now to De La Rosa, who doubled in last night's game, his only hit in the series. 0-2 pitch is up and in, almost hit him. As he moves De La Rosa off the plate. Hitting at just 176 on the season. 1-2 pitch, way outside, it's 2-2. That is only the 3rd home run surrendered by Moser on the year. Base is empty, 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one ripped into right field. That's going to be trouble. And it is over the fence and out of the ballpark. Only question was whether it was going to be high enough and fair enough, and it was both. And Jeremy De La Rosa adds on to make it a 4-0 Harrisburg lead.
331 feet, 100 off the bat. Only question once it left the bat was whether it was going to be fair or foul. And it just tucks in that right field foul pole.
Brad Bergeson, the pitching coach for the Reading Phils, is headed to the mound. Another rough outing here, as much like we talked about last night with Chuck King, Harrisburg was hitting him hard early. They only got the 1 run, but then eventually it kind of steamrolled on King in the 4th inning when those hard-hit balls started to find their way on the grass and over the fence, and the 5-run outing in the 4th inning for the Senators. Well, they've jumped on him in the 1st inning here, as Moser has been roughed up for 4 hits. 2 of the 4 are home runs, 3 of the 4 extra base hits. So that will bring Cortland Lawson now to the plate. And the first pitch to him is low for a ball. And an off-speed pitch, and it's a good one. Had him way out in front to even the count at 1-1. Moser, a season ago, pitched for the Padres, in the Padres organization, which is where he was drafted out of Shippensburg in 2018. There's another line drive, and it's speared out of the air by the shortstop, Aiden Miller, taking another base hit away from the Senators. But they had their fair share in the 1st inning. They put 4 runs across. They did it on 4 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. Harrisburg puts 4 across in the top. The Fightins to the plate when we come back for the first time. Time for the Fightin' Phils to go to work. They are already behind in the count. Here is the lineup for Al Padrique tonight. Robert Moore leading off and playing center field. Aiden Miller bats second, and is a shortstop. Keaton Anthony bats third. At first base, the cleanup hitter Felix Reyes is in left field tonight. Leandro Pineda is in batting 5th in right field. Trent Farquhar is a designated hitter tonight. He's batting in the 6th spot. Luis Verdugo bats 7th at third base. Catcher Andre Nava bats 8th, and second baseman Cole Roberts bats 9th. They are facing right-handed pitcher Miguel Gomez for the Harrisburg Senators.
Yeah, it'll be a bullpen game tonight for Harrisburg. Gomez opens, 9th appearance, 3rd start, 6.39 ERA, 12 2/3 innings pitched, 18 hits, 9 runs, 8 walks, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .327 against.
So Moore just 1 for 14 in this series. That's dropped his batting average down to .250. The one was a 2-run home run a couple nights ago. And the first pitch to the switch hitter, batting left-handed against Gomez, is up and away for a ball. Fightin' Phils wearing their Throwback Thursday unis on a Saturday. As Moore takes that one for a called strike, it's 1-1. The throwback jerseys in 2025, the R with the kickstand Phillies logo with the kickstand on it. Back to the 70s Phillies logo, and that's over for a called strike, 2 to Moore. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Robert Moore. Moore telling Jake before tonight's game he never played center field before. Well, we say never. We do mean never. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a ground ball towards second. Second baseman Caden Wallace will make the play without a problem for out number 1 here in the first. Rest of the defense for the Senators. Philip Glasser is in left field. Jared McKenzie is in center. Jeremy De La Rosa's in right. Joe Naranjo is at first base. Man who just made that play, Caden Wallace, is at second. Cortland Lawson is at short. Yohane Morales at third, and Maxwell Romero behind the plate. As Aiden Miller now will bat. The first pitch to Miller is there for a called strike. Miller 2 for 14 on the series. Batting average sitting at 200. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, and just 4 RBIs on the year. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one a little bit. Miller swings over the top of the slider to make it 0-2. And same pitch, same result as Miller goes down swinging for out number 2 here in the first. And brings Keaton Anthony to the plate. Anthony with a 273 batting average as he steps to home plate. 7 doubles, triple he had in last night's game. A home run and 12 RBIs, 4 for 14 in the series. And that's up, spins him off the plate. Anthony a home run away from the cycle in this series, although only 1 home run to date for Keaton Anthony, and that was on the road. 1-0 pitch. Drives this one into right center field. Back goes McKenzie, back, looks up, he will not get it, it's off the fence, and Keaton Anthony will roll into second base with a stand-up double.
Another really good swing from Keaton Anthony. Barreled it up, 360 off the bat. 103 miles per hour, and gets himself another double. He is tied for 5th in the league in doubles with 7, running up to 8 two-baggers on the season, a little more than a month into the year.
So that will bring Felix Reyes to the plate. Reyes had a good night a couple of nights ago when he drove in 2 of the 3 Phillies runs. What turned out to be a 6-3 loss on Wednesday night. 3 for 7 in total in the series. And the first pitch to the right-hand hitter, swings and fouls it straight back. A very aggressive hitter is Felix Reyes, and he went up there hacking. 24-year-old, played last year at Jersey Shore and hit 243 with 8 home runs and 50 RBIs. Has a home run and 3 RBIs so far on this season. Beats this one foul at the plate. So Gomez quickly gets ahead of Felix Reyes, no balls and 2 strikes. Gomez did pitch earlier in this series, came in relief, faced just 3 batters. Looks in, gets his sign, and delivers 0-2. Ripped into left field, and that is going to find green grass. 1 hop off the fence. Anthony will score. Felix Reyes is hustled in and will slide into second base with an RBI double, and it's a 4-1 game.
Good swing from Reyes. Needed that. Needed to get something back in this first inning. Reyes a bit lucky that ball took a tough hop on Wallace, the second baseman, because that was a good throw. He's probably out at second, but the run would have scored, but you would have to give more credit to Glaser and Wallace. But yeah, you look at the replay, this took a bit of a fortuitous hop, and Reyes has a double. Let's see if the Fightins can build off that.
4th RBI of the series and the season for Felix Reyes. His 4th double of the year as well. So the Phils get 1 back, and now Leandro Pineda will bat. Pineda just 2 for 12 in the series, and first pitch to him is outside for a ball. Pineda just 107 on the season, a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pineda went for it all there. Wind is blowing out now, straightaway center, maybe a little bit to left center. Gusting at about 10 miles an hour. Look back at second. Gomez delivers. Gateway inside. It's 2-1. Pineda, 22 years of age, native of Venezuela. Promoted to Reading last year in July, but unfortunately it was a short stay as he ended up injured. Back to the box. Gomez gets his glove on it, clogs up the middle, and they'll make the play to first in time. So Pineda hit it right back to the box. Gomez makes the play, and the Phils get a run. They do it on 2 hits. There were no errors and one left, one complete. It is 4-1. Harrisburg on top. International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the Phillies Fireworks Show during the 2025 season. Head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville or visit fireworksrus.com. Fightin Phillies Fireworks scheduled for our postgame tonight. There's a few drops, it appears, falling here at FirstEnergy Stadium. There's some brightness down the left field line. It looks a little bit brighter. To the right side, not so much. But again, there are storms in and around and on the radar throughout central Pennsylvania. 4-1 our score. Gabe Moser back out on the mound facing Maxwell Romero, Jared McKenzie, and then the top, Philip Glasser here in the second. The first pitch to Romero is inside for a ball. Romero hitting at 190 on the season, 3 for 7 in the series with a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs. And the 1-0 pitch is there for a called strike one as he catches the strike zone with the slider. And misses outside to make it 2-1. Romero, left-handed hitter. As I said, 6 left-handed hitters in the lineup tonight for the Senators. It pulls the string again on that one. And Romero's out in front of it. It's 2-1. And now time is called by Romero at the plate. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes to the left-hand hitting catcher. Swing and miss, strike 3. And Nava will have to throw down to first to complete the play, but Romero, the strikeout victim to start the second. That is the second strikeout for Moser. Brings up Jared McKenzie. McKenzie making just his second appearance for the Senators, called up a couple of days ago from High A Wilmington, where he hit 146. Made his debut in Thursday's game. He'll hit this one to Aiden Miller at shortstop in a perfect position. Miller will throw out McKenzie, and a quick 2 outs here for Gabe Moser in the second. Now here comes the top of the lineup again, and Philip Glasser. So we'll be keeping our eye on the Harrisburg bullpen in terms of this being designated as a bullpen game for the Senators and how long Gomez will go. Glasser singled to start the rally in the first inning, leading off the ball game. And the first pitch to him here is over for a called strike one. Now time is called by Glasser at the plate. No, 1 pitch. That's fouled straight back. And quickly ahead of Glasser, 0-2. So Gabe Moser a strike away from getting out of getting through a quick second inning after a rough top half of the first. 0-2 pitch. Tries to get in a chase up. He lays off. It's 1-2. and beats this one foul. So Glasser doing a nice job of staying alive. And Glasser was hitting lower in the lineup for the Senators, but Dalen Lyle, who led off this game and this series for Harrisburg, was then called up to AAA Rochester, so Glasser took over the leadoff spot. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. And he's going to line this one in a base hit in the left field for another base hit. Just simply reached out Tony Gwynn style and lined it in the left center field.
Yeah, Glasser just hits. It wasn't even a strike, and said, you know what, I can make contact with it. Just throw the barrel of the bat at it, and good things happen.
10 hits in this series now for Glasser, and you're going to have to pay attention to him because he can run at first base as well. That brings Nick Schnell to the plate. Schnell was grounded out to Cole Roberts his first time up, and he takes the first pitch just a bit inside for a ball. Ozer from the stretch. Good lead for Glasser, dancing around over there at first base. Pitch to the plate is again low and inside. It's 2-0. It's like CJ Stubbs is coaching first base for the Senators tonight. Delano DeShields, their managers generally, their first base coach, and Oscar Salazar coaches at third. But that guy's wearing number 5. Trying to figure out who it was, and he's wearing number 5, which would make that CJ Stubbs. 3-0 now to Schnell, and he drives this one into center field. Robert Moore's going to get his first chance, and he'll make the catch. Like he's been there all his life, Robert Moore grabs the out for the third and final out in the second for Harrisburg. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 4-1, Harrisburg on top. We head to the bottom of the second inning. This inning brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. And the Phils will send Trent Farquhar, Luis Verdugo, and Andric Nava. And Al Padrique's lineup, the skipper coaching at third in his usual position. Michael Jones is his first base coach. Farquhar at 2:15 as he steps in. And the designated hitter tonight for the Fightins takes one up and in for ball 1. Miguel Gomez pitching in his second inning of work. See how long he is scheduled to go. As he misses outside, it's 2-0. And Farquhar lines this one down the third base line, but it's slicing and foul into the third base grandstand. 2 balls and a strike now to Trent Farquhar. 3 for 12 with a home run and 3 RBIs in this series. And takes that one outside for a ball. Farquhar had one of the big base hits in last night's 9th inning try for a rally. Guy behind him in the batting order, Luis Verdugo, followed with a couple RBIs a little bit later on. This one straight up in the infield. Romero off with a mask as it drifts into foul territory. And Maxwell Romero will make the catch in foul territory for out number 1. So that will bring up Verdugo. Verdugo at just 164 on the season. When Gomez pitched in Game 2 of this series, in Game 3 of this series, he faced 3 batters. One of them got on, and that was Verdugo with a double. And the first pitch to him here is a called strike. This one rolled towards third. Morales up with it, and he'll make the throw across in plenty of time for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the second for the Fightins as Andrik Nava now will bat. Nava, the switch hitting catcher, obviously batting left-handed. One of 2 switch hitters in the lineup for the Phils, along with Robert Moore. Nava hitting at .219 on the season, 1 for 6 in the series. And the first pitch from Gomez catches the outside corner for a called strike. So Gomez is about to throw his 25th pitch, and Nava started and could not stop, and it's a strike. So it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Nava. Just reaches out and slaps at this one right at Al Padrique, who makes the play.
Nice play by Skipper.
Yeah, he doesn't just hit Fungo. Sometimes he catches him too. Tosses out into the picnic area. So it remains no balls and 2 strikes to Nava. And make it 1-2 as Gomez misses down in the dirt. This one he sprays towards the left side of the infield. Lawson, the shortstop, is there, and he'll make the throw in time. And the Fightins go quickly here in the in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 2 complete. It's 4-1, Harrisburg on top. I want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2025 season here in Baseball Town. Go fight Phils and drink more Pepsi. Mr. Pepsi's picking up his missed Pepsi bottles. Not just 1, not just 2, but probably 3 that he's missed into the trash can over the course of this series. And it'll be Yoande Morales, Joe Naranjo, and Caden Wallace to bat for the Senators here in the third. Gabe Moser, rough first inning, pretty clean second inning. Gave up just the 2-out single to Philip Glasser in the second. 4 runs on 5 hits for Harrisburg, 1 run on 2 hits for the Fightin' Phils. Morales, one of those hits, an RBI double, and then came around to score. And the first pitch from Moser's low and away for a ball. Moser played his high school baseball at Parkland in Allentown. And the 1-0 pitch misses outside. It's 2-0. Then played his college baseball at Division II Shippensburg. Drafted by the Padres in the 27th round in 2018 from Ship. 2-0 pitch. Apparently just misses. And it would appear that Ethan Gorsak is hearing it from the home dugout. Does that look like a pretty good pitch? And it's 3-0 now to Morales. That's there for a called strike. That would pretty much thigh high and down the middle and get me over fastball. So it's 3-1 now to Yoande Morales. And that's on the outside corner for a called strike too. That is virtually in the exact same spot as ball 3. So Morales started ahead to first base. And Ethan Gorsak said, nope, it's 3-2. And now Morales will call time and have a conversation. So the home plate umpire is hearing it in both directions. And the count is 3-2. Tried to check his swing and did. They tried to get him to chase outside. Morales holds off. That'll be the first walk surrendered by Gabe Moser. And a leadoff base runner for the Senators here in the third as Joe Naranjo will bat. Naranjo, a strikeout victim his first time up. Naranjo signed by the Senators in the offseason as this was up the middle. Miller knocks it down, can't keep it in his glove. It'll trickle into center field and Morales will go to third. That'll be a base hit for Naranjo. Up the middle, Miller with a dive, tried to knock it down and hit off of his glove, and it ends up slowing it down enough that allows Morales to easily roll into third base. So another base hit for the Senators. Their 6th of the night. They've got runners at the corners, nobody out. And Caden Wallace at the plate, who homered his first time up. So the bats for Harrisburg continue to do damage in this series. And Wallace, who hit a 2-run home run in the bullpen his first time up, stands in and swings at the first pitch, lifts this one down the first base line and foul. Again, some showers going on here. Hard to tell. There's some umbrellas up, some ponchos up, but for the most part, most of the fans have stuck around. Nobody's headed for cover as of yet. No balls and a strike now to Caden Wallace. Line drive, Miller tried to backhand it, could not. That's going to end up in left field, and Morales will come in to score. That makes it a 5-1 game on another hard hit ball off the bat of a Harrisburg Senator. A base hit and an RBI for Caden Wallace. His second hit, his third RBI of the ball game. And it is now a 5-1 Harrisburg lead and still nobody out here in the third. Jeremy De La Rosa will bat. Left-handed hitter pulled one down the first base line. His first time up for a home run. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Moses' 0-1 pitch. It's into third, ball 1. And it gets away from Nava. Throw down to third is in time. Naranjo with a little bit of a hesitation. Great job by Andrik Nava to get the mask off, find the baseball, and rifle the throw down. Luis Verdugo applies the tag. And that'll end up being the first out of the third on the caught stealing. And to make it worse, Caden Wallace, for some reason, stayed put at first base. So now a runner at first, 1 out, and 1 ball and 1 strike to Jeremy De La Rosa. And this pitch is outside for a ball. So you can forgive the play by Naranjo. He hesitated for a moment, but a worthwhile gamble to go for it. But the mistake is really on the part of Wallace. He's got to realize he's got to take off too, and he didn't. And now it's 3-1 to De La Rosa. So Moser's a double play away from getting out of this jam again here in the third. but he's now 3-1 on Jeremy De La Rosa. And here's the ground ball to Roberts, bobbled it, picks it up, throws to first, not in time. Tailor-made double play ball to Cole Roberts, and he booted it. So you got what you were looking for, but Cole Roberts, who made some great defensive plays in his start a couple of nights ago, was not able to wrap that one up. And so the first error of the game against either side puts runners on first and second and one out for Cortland Lawson. Swing and a miss. Lawson hit a line drive, but right at Aiden Miller his last time up. Actually, not right at him. It's a great play by Miller, and a leaping catch took a base hit away from him. Lawson 5 for 13 in the series. No balls and a strike. Here's a ground ball left side. Verdugo comes across, makes the throw to first in time for out number 2. I'm not quite sure why he didn't make the throw to second, but he made the throw to first in time. So that's the second out. He had time to get De La Rosa, I thought, easily at second base. But they get an out. 2 down now in the inning. Wallace moves to third. De La Rosa now to second with 2 outs for Maxwell Romero. Romero struck out his first time up. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 run already in. And the first pitch from Moser's outside for a ball. Phil's bullpen is still quiet. Moser at 55 pitches right now. It delivers his 1-0 pitch on the ground to Roberts. This time he'll field it cleanly and throw the first in time. And no more damage here in the second. So ultimately just 1 run. There were 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It is 5-1 Harrisburg. Bottom half of the third inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Cole Roberts and then the top of the order to face Miguel Gomez, who's back out there for a third inning for the Senators. Robert Moore and Aiden Miller at the top of the lineup. And Jake, I got to tell you, I feel a bit underdressed tonight because we look out at that Redners Event Center, and for the first time in baseball town baseball history, there's a prom in the Redners Event Center.
Yeah, I think every member of the Exeter class is on the veranda right now, which tells me I think the first slow song of the night must have came on, and there's not a single person on the dance floor.
So they're out there hoping the Phils could do some damage. They are decked out on the Redners Event Center for the Exeter High School prom. Cole Roberts, who was 1 for 3 in his start on Thursday, leading off and taking the first pitch from Gomez over for a called strike. Hits this one into left field for a base hit. Just past the third baseman Morales, and Cole Roberts leads off the third with a single.
Yeah, good swing from Roberts. Finds that hole on the right side. Second straight game with a hit for Roberts, and let's see if it can lead to something.
Robert Moore looking to try to get the bat started. Moore was off to a great start this season, but struggling in this series. Now just 1 for 15 after he grounded out to second base his first time up. Roberts with his lead off of first, and the first pitch to Moore. Lifted up, left field shallow. Glasser drifting over towards the line, plenty of room, and he'll make the catch. One pitch, and Robert Moore is retired. First out here in the third. And we'll bring up Aiden Miller. Miller, a strikeout victim his first time up, the only strikeout that Gomez has recorded. Still no activity in the Harrisburg bullpen, as Gomez right now is at 31 pitches. And Roberts with a good lead off of first. And now a balk. I don't know what Gomez is doing.
Well,
I don't know if something happened to him. He's kind of shaking off the leg. I don't know if he got a cramp. I don't know if he got a physical cramp, a mental cramp. What happened? He just stopped. So the balk will put Roberts in scoring position. He simply started and then stopped.
That is a balk.
Even I could have called that balk. Pitch to Miller. Ripped into left field, but hook and foul. Miller hit it hard, home run distance, but foul. Aiden Miller with 2 doubles so far in the season, 2 home runs, just 4 RBIs in total. Chance to change that here with Roberts in scoring position and 1 out. Now a conversation between the catcher Maximo Romero and Gomez. I don't know if that has anything to do with changing signals up with a runner at second base, or having to do with the fact that Aiden Miller just hit about a 110-mile-an-hour rocket down the third baseline. Snowballs and a strike to Miller. That one's in the dirt. It's 1-1. Keaton Anthony, who's been swinging a solid bat in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. And that's on the outside corner for called strike 2. So Aiden Miller now behind in the count at 1-2. As Gomez takes a look back at second, good sized lead for Roberts. Pitch to the plate in the dirt. Good block by Romero. It's 2-2.
And there is action in the Harrisburg bullpen. It's a lefty up and throwing, which eliminates many of our options. Garrett Davila is the lefty who would be throwing because the only other lefty is Signs.
And a swing and a miss, and Aiden Miller again goes down swinging. So just 2 strikeouts in the game for Gomez, and Aiden Miller has been both of them. And leads that runner still in scoring position for Keaton Anthony, who is second on the team in RBIs. And now we're going to have a visit to the mound, and this is going to be, looks like Rigo Beltran, the pitching coach, and a trainer are going to go out and check on Miguel Gomez. Again, whatever he did on that balk, he kind of walked away looking like something was bothering him.
Yeah, not sure what they're looking at.
Didn't seem to bother him throwing him Aiden Miller. And I'm sure that the Phil's dugout will say they're just stalling to get the pitcher warmed up in the bullpen. And I think they're going to make that way.
They're going to make that call.
And if that's the case, then he's going to get as many pitches as he needs because this will go down as an injury.
Yeah, and he was throwing already, but
right. Correct.
Same rules still apply.
Correct. So he'll get whatever he needs if this is considered an injury replacement. So Miguel Gomez, it would appear night is over. Rhino DeShields, the manager for the Senators, now going to come out and greet Gomez as he comes off the field. Whatever it is, he's obviously not in a lot of pain since something bothered him, and enough that they want to get him out. And so, pitching change is here, and we'll take a timeout, tell you about it when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. So the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen has been made. Jake told you who it was. It's Garrett Davila who comes in now to pitch for Harrisburg.
28-year-old Davila is in, and it is going to be the second time we see him this week. 11th time this year, 0-2, a 4.76 ERA. 11 1 third innings pitch. 5 hits, 3 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 128 against the left-handed arm this year.
So it'll be Keaton Anthony to face him first. Again, Davila will have as many warm-ups as he needs, as technically he's coming in for Gomez after Gomez was taken out for injury purposes. Keaton Anthony will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner at second base. See how much more Davila needs before he says I'm good to pitch. Fightin' Phils and Senators will finish off this series tomorrow at 5:15 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Our Phils mascots and characters meet and greet and autograph and photo session tomorrow. And of course, as always on Sunday, all fans get to run the bases after the game. Don't do it during the game. That's a no-no. But after the game, you're more than welcome to do so. So Davila is still completing his warm-ups.
He said he gets all the time he needs.
And he appears to be making full use of it. That seems to be it. Keaton Anthony's headed to the plate. So Keaton Anthony, who doubled his first time up, came around to score the Fightin's only run, now trying to drive in their second. They trail 5-1. Bottom of the third, runner at second, 2 outs. Anthony with that RBI double, his 13th of the season. 1 shy of team lead with Robert Moore at 14. The time here. Off-speed pitch for Keaton Anthony. Again, starting him with the changeup. And Anthony takes it for ball 1.
I was going to say, this is a great time to do that.
Roberts, great lead at second. Pitch to the plate there for a called strike 1. Came right back with a second changeup. Philadelphia Phillies having their way with the Arizona Diamondbacks at Citizens Bank Park. 7-0 Phillies on top. 1-1 pitch to Anthony. Swing and a miss. Max Kepler with another home run for the Philadelphia Phillies. JT Realmuto with a 3-run home run for the Phils. Arizona batting in the top of the 5th. Phils leading at 7-0. So far, so good for Aaron Nola. 3 hits surrendered, 7 strikeouts, and a walk. Hopefully he has cleared his issues that started this season. 1-2 pitch coming now to Keaton Anthony. Lifts this one straight up behind home plate. Romero out for the mask. Chases it back, and he'll have just enough room to make the catch before the backstop. and retire the side here in the third. For the Phils, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 more left on base. We're through 3. It's 5-1, Harrisburg on top. Five-one, Senators on top as Harrisburg comes to the plate in the top half of the 4th inning and take over the play-by-play, my broadcast partner, Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. 5-1. Harrisburg has the lead. Gabe Moser back out for inning number 4 of work as the grounds crew makes their way off the field, and hopefully we don't see them on the field much more
Not
tonight.
that we don't like them.
No, the N3, N6, rake and drag, totally fine. Nothing else, though, tonight. We're going to manifest it. So Jared McKenzie leads off against Gabe Moser in this top of the 4th inning. Lefty bat McKenzie, first one to him is bit down for a ball, 1-0. A reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats, thanks to Burke's Oral Surgery and Dental Implant Center. Next pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. McKenzie 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to the shortstop, Aiden Miller, his first time up. The last batter, the second time through the order for Harrisburg. Now McKenzie steps out and gets time and settles back in. And the 1-1. Swung on a line drive towards the middle base hit into center field. So leadoff single for Jared McKenzie. It's the 8th hit of the night already for Harrisburg. And that'll bring Philip Glaser to the plate.
First double-A hit for McKenzie. Just called up from Wilmington a couple days ago. I wonder who that first base coach is for the Harrisburg Senators, Jake.
Is that? I know exactly who that is, Bob.
I was going to say, if you don't know who that is.
I thought that was a rhetorical.
That is the tallest first base coach in the history of baseball.
I didn't realize that was a rhetorical question at first.
He's got a sweatshirt on, but we don't need to see the number. That is none other. There's no question whose legs those are. Those are the legs of one Carlos De La Cruz.
He wants to be close to his old friends on the first base side.
That's true. Very true.
Carlos De La Cruz coaching first. Oscar Salazar is at third for the Senators tonight. And Philip Glaser, the leadoff man, digs in from the left side. First one home. Swung on, lifted, foul, and out of play, it's 1-0. It's been a good night so far for Glaser. A couple of hits, both singles. Also scored a run back in the first inning. It was a 4-run first inning for Harrisburg. That's been the difference so far tonight. Pitch home is a bit up with a slider. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Glaser hitting a casual .410 on the season. He's got 5 doubles, 4 runs driven in. 1-1 is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And as Bob said earlier in the broadcast, Glaser pretty much assuming that leadoff spot for Harrisburg with Dalen Lyle up in AAA Rochester. Red Wings, the opponent of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs this week. 2-1 for Moser outside. It's 3-1. Those two were rained out today up in New York.
I don't think Delano Shields could argue with what Glaser has done since he's been in the lineup. Had been in a leadoff spot in the lineup.
Hitters count 3-1 to Glaser. McKenzie leads off first. No outs in the inning. And the pitch. Swung on a line drive in the right field. That'll fall in front of Pineda for a base hit. And he bobbles it, picks it up. Luckily, kept it close to him. No runners advance any further. So McKenzie on second, Glaser on first, and that'll bring Nick Schnell to the plate.
Yeah, it looked like McKenzie kind of put his head down and lost sight of his third base coach, Oscar Salazar, when Pineda bobbled that ball. And so by the time he realized what happened, had to stay put.
So Schnell, another high average hitter, 326, digs in from the left side. He is 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Titans will look to turn 2. Still no outs in the fourth and 2 on. And the first one to Schnell, swung on, ground ball, high chopper first. Anthony has it, overhand throw to Moser at first. He throws it away from him. Comes all the way down the first base line. Nava from behind home plate has to back it up. Scoring is McKenzie, and then they throw it to third to Verdugo. He gets away from him. Coming home will be Glaser. Whole score. So it's 2 runs on 2 errors for Harrisburg on the play, and it's 7-1.
Well, there are moments when you just have to shake your head and wonder, where are the baseball instincts? Here comes Brad Bergeson out of the dugout to go talk to his pitcher. But here's where it started. It was a high chopper. Keaton Anthony had to back up on it. So the timing becomes difficult with Moser. The throw from Anthony was a bit high over the head of Moser. So Andrik Nava has to go get it. And nobody's covering home plate. So there's the second mistake. So now, because Nava just kind of jogged back to home, the runner now who moved up to third, which is Glaser, bluffed as if he's going to come. Nava throws it low to Verdugo and knocks the ball loose. And that allows the other run to come in. That is as bad of and as mistake-prone of a baseball play as you can make. And I cannot imagine what is going on right now in the manager's dugout.
So 2 errors on the play for Reading. First pitch, Yoandy Morales takes for a ball. It's 1-0. So it's the first error of the year on Anthony and the first error of the year on Nava. Roberts also had an error last inning, so 3 total tonight for the Fightin Phils. And the 1-0. Morales swings and he pops it up. Foul territory, first base side. Nava is over and ball will bounce just by the on-deck circle on the Reading side. So no play there. It's 1-1.
Give Gabe Moser credit. The pitcher was in a full sprint. Nava couldn't find it. So Gabe Moser was trying to see if he could get there with him and maybe get there to it. Moser at least busting on it. Good to see somebody hustling. There were 3 physical mistakes on that play. There were multiple mental mistakes on that play.
Yeah, and the play starts on a really tough hop for
Absolutely.
Anthony. And
that's the physical piece of it. But you can excuse that play. You can excuse that portion of the play.
1-1 is a bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Morales.
But again, when Nava goes to get the ball, somebody has to cover home. That should have been Verdugo. He didn't. Then the throw back to third. Should not have made the throw, and the throw gets away, and it's just another mistake. Just complicating mistakes on top of mistakes.
2-1. Morales swings and fouls it back. It's 2-2. So Morales tonight's been aboard twice, a double and a walk, has scored both times he's been aboard. It is 7-1 Senators, top of the 4th inning. And as 1 base runner, it is Nick Schnell on second base. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So that is strikeout number 3 for Gabe Moser. That was pitch number 70 of the night for him as well. And with 1 out, that'll bring Joe Naranjo to the plate. So Naranjo digs in from the left side, 1 out in the inning. Schnell once again leads off second. Moser, the righty, works from the stretch. Checks back at the runner at second, deals home. And that's a breaking pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. Naranjo tonight's 1 for 2, singled and he struck out in today's ball game. Pitch home, swung on, hit in the air, deep right center field. Moore back, so is Pineda, and Robert Moore is under it, and the center fielder makes the catch for out number 2. Tagging second and third goes Schnell. He'll get there standing up, so 2 outs in the inning, and Caden Wallace, the batter. You know, it's a routine play, but still another nice play by Robert Moore in center field.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine if you asked him the question of whether or not any of the plays he makes in center field will be routine. But I think the first one was the hardest. That's the ball hit hard right at him. Outfitters all tell you that's the hardest play to make. You want one of those kind of easy, lazy fly balls to get your feet wet. Nah, his feet are wet.
And time is called. It's going to be a pitch clock violation on Moser. But surprisingly enough, it's a 1-0 count. It's only the 4th pitch clock violation Reading's been called on this year, and the first since April 8th.
I was going to say, yeah, it does. It seems like it's been a while.
First one at home, too.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Moore was slated to play center Saturday and Sunday last week at Portland, but both those games got rained out. So we had to wait another week to get the professional and lifetime outfield debut for Moore. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. And it's one of those things where I think Reading and I think the Phillies want to see Moore play at least 5 days a week. But, of course, Aiden Miller is going to play shortstop 5 to 6 days a week. So what other ways can we get him in the lineup? Third base, second base, DH, and center field's kind of one of those options. Reading is thin in the outfield between the Lee Sang injury and the Cade Fergus promotion to AAA. So center field and just outfield as a whole seem to kind of be a decision that the Phillies made with Robert Moore. Moser is ready at the belt. 1-2, 2 outs. Pitch home. Swinging a foul ball. It stays 1-2. Remember when I saw the lineup? It was last Saturday for the first time. I had to do like 4 double takes. I'm like, is that an 8 next to Robert Moore's name? 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And Moser deals. That's up, and it's 2-2.
But there is more and more of that. I mean, when Jeff McNeil was here playing an injury rehab for Binghamton, prior to him coming to Binghamton, guy who's played second base his entire career in the major leagues, he had played a couple of games in center field for St. Lucie.
2-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Yeah, I mean, one more. Otto Kemp playing some left field and first base. Same situation, just trying to find ways to get the bat in the lineup every day. So that was a 4th strikeout for Gabe Moser. Harrisburg adds 2 more in the inning. They did it on 2 hits. There were 2 costly errors and 1 left on base. On to the bottom of the 4th. Harrisburg 7, Reading 1. Klein is proud to be the official transportation provider of the Reading Fightin Phils. Klein Transportation gets the R Phils to all their road trips throughout the 2025 season. For more information, go to kleintransportation.com. So Garrett Davila returns for his 2nd inning of work, or I guess you could say first full inning, only faced 1 batter last inning in a game that Harrisburg leads 7-1. Miguel Gomez's final line, 2 2/3, 3 hits and a run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. First batter of the inning, Felix Reyes. But Bob, if you're Harrisburg, You'll take that start from Miguel Gomez.
Absolutely. And again, we're not sure exactly what it was that sent him to the showers, but he really was in position to get you through a full 3 innings. But for whatever happened, after striking out Aid Miller, which is the ironic part of it, whatever seemed to bother him happened earlier than that, earlier in the at-bat. And then ultimately got Miller struck out, and then that's when they pulled it.
Here's Felix Reyes. First pitch to him as they ball up. It's 1-0. So just like last night, it's going to be another uphill climb for the Fightin Phils. They trotted 6-0 pretty much throughout and scored 4 in the ninth to make it interesting. 1-0 is down 2-0. And tonight it's another 6-run deficit.
Yeah, I think there's the curiosity factor. We talked about this a couple nights ago when the Phils just kind of, after they gave up that 3-run home run late, they kind of went weakly in the 8th and 9th inning, as opposed to last night where they fought to the end.
2-0 is out 3-0. And I mean, you're leaving the first inning tonight, give up the 4 runs, but you got a couple of doubles to at least get a run across.
Right.
So that's the kind of fight you want to see from the offense, and here's another chance to do that tonight. 3-0 is over for a strike. It's 3-1.
Yeah, you've got to look at this as you've got 18 outs to work with. You're 6 runs down. You're not going to score 6 runs without getting men on base. You got to chip away, get a run or 2 here, a run or 2 there, and change the dynamic around.
3-1. Reyes swings. Hot shot short. One hop somehow grabbed by Lawson. Throw to first in time. That was as much of a look what I found on this. You ready? Guess the exit velocity on that.
It's got to be 108.
Not even close. 116.6.
I was going to say 112. At least it would have been a little closer.
That is one of the hardest hit balls we have seen here, at least in our 3 years together.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. I got to have Felix Reyes in my lineup every night.
He hits the ball hard.
Exactly.
Here's Leandro Pineda, pitch home. Is over for a strike. It's 0-1.
I mean, this is a team that is struggling to get hits. It's struggling for power. It's struggling for runs. Find a way to get that bat in the lineup every night.
And the 0-1. Swung on, lifted in the air, foul to the left side, and out of play. It's 0-2.
And this kind of doubles down on what you're talking about with Robert Moore. To get him in the lineup is in a position which opens up that DH spot, because they had Trent Farquhar as a DH. They've had Robert Moore as a DH the last couple of nights. Opening up that spot for somebody like a Felix Reyes is better suited.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Garrett Davila tonight. And that'll bring Trent Farquhar to the plate for the Fightin Phils with 2 outs in the inning. And 116.6. Lawson, I don't know how he got that.
Well, he didn't have a choice. It's either
it was
that.
Self-defense.
Absolutely, it was.
He didn't get in front of that. He kind of just found. I think the ball found him.
Much better to have it find your glove than your personal space, if you know what I mean.
He's got a special funnel cake delivery here in the booth. Bob will share it. We'll put it right between us.
Not supposed to eat while you talk, Jake.
Well,
you were raised better. I know your parents.
That's what between innings is for.
Oh, okay.
0-1 is a strike. It's 0-2. You know my parents. That sounds threatening in a way.
I know they raised you properly. I'm not going to let you go astray when they're not looking.
I know. That's what between innings are for. 0-2, 2 outs. The count to Trent Farquhar. And Davila's pitch is a bit outside. It's 1-2. Who had funnel cake in the WEEU morning show ballpark food challenge? Was it you?
Me.
Judging by your reaction, I would say it's you.
Absolutely. And Mr. Funnel Cake was happy as could be. None other than Maguciato.
1-2 is swung on and knuckled foul and out of play to the left side. It's 1-2.
He made sure he went online and voted for me because I put Funnel Cake on my menu.
Well, he's not here today, so I know this funnel cake batter was not made by Magoo. Maguciato, the Swiss Army knife of baseball.
This is true. This is true.
He's helped out in concessions. He helps out on camera crew. He's ran a scoreboard before. Also just like one of the greatest people you'll ever meet. Always happy, always a smile. Always puts a smile on your face. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Farquhar down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the 4th. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. So head of the 5th. Harrisburg leads 7-1. Top half of the 5th inning, Harrisburg leads it 7-1 over the Fightin Phils. And today's Fightin Phils Alumni Report is presented by Deer Country. And Bob, it's another strong start for Arenola as the Phillies are rolling. I believe it's 7-0 right now.
That's the last I saw, but I haven't looked for a little bit.
Can you get us a line check on Arenola?
I will double check that for you. It is still 7-0. Arenola, 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts.
How many pitches is he at?
He is at, great minds think alike, 98 pitches. So he's probably done for the night.
98, yeah, 98 through 5. But, I mean, you'll take it.
Yep.
The way this season started for him.
It's going to be his first win. I mean, presuming that they don't blow a 7-0 lead.
First pitch of De La Cruz is, De La Rosa is a ball that's 0-1. So we got De La Cruz at first.
Understandable.
Actually, De La Cruz is
now he's out.
No, yeah. De La Rosa swings and fouls at 0-2.
But yeah, Arenola, his second straight strong outing, but this would be his first win. He didn't get the win in his last outing, but was 0-5 on the season.
Pitch home. Swinging a foul ball off the foot of De La Rosa. That one hurt.
Yeah, he's down, face down. Nobody's coming to his rescue either.
And now here comes the Harrisburg athletic trainer, Don Neidig, returner to the Harrisburg staff from a year ago. Lionel Shields coming out as well.
Guess what? Arenola's still out there.
Came back out for the 6th. And 98 pitches.
How about that?
So, if you're watching on our MLB TV feed, you can see De La Rosa's back to his feet. He was hands on knees. He's kind of trying to just walk out that right foot. He solidly nodded Neidig and Lionel Shields, so he'll stay in the game. I mean, there's a lot of athletes, too, who I feel like they could be in a lot of pain. They're going to say, nope, all good.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely pain thresholds at different levels. There's no doubt about that.
And the 0-2. Swung on, lifted in the air behind home plate. Nava off with the mask. He can't find it. Gabe Moser, like he did last inning, runs all the way to the backstop to try and help out his catcher.
Yeah, that's twice now that Nava had no idea where the ball was. This one at least landed in the stands. The last one landed in foul territory, but in play in foul territory. Now it was all the way back by the Fightin's dugout. But as Jake said, Gabe Moser at the time went on a full sprint to try and get it, knowing that Nava couldn't find it.
And the 0-2. Good up. It's 1-2. Yeah, it's that like twilight time of the night where it's a little harder to find balls up in the air. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Nava. He gets back to it, and De La Rosa, not happy with himself at all, is out at first. So strikeout and a 2-3 put out. 5th strikeout for Moser. And there's one gone for Cortland Lawson.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird scenario as to what happened. De La Rosa didn't swung at it, was mad at himself for chasing a pitch. And then the ball got away from Nava until De La Rosa realized he needed to stop being mad at himself and run. Gave Nava a chance to go get it. De La Rosa is still banging some stuff around on his way into the dugout.
First pitch, Lawson is a ball. It's 1-0. Rain has just started again, so a lot of scattering going on throughout the stands right now. Fans moving under cover. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Looks like Gunnar Mayer is up and throwing in Reading's bullpen too. 1-1 is down, 2 balls and 1 strike. So it's the top of the 5th. You got to play for the bottom of the 5th for this game to become official. So you got to think they're going to at least push to try and get through there. And the 2-1 is over for a strike. It's 2-2. Lawson 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Had the line out where Miller made a nice play and had a ground ball to third. 2-2, swinging a line drive towards the middle, base hit, center field. So it's a 1-out base runner for Harrisburg. 10th hit tonight, allowed by Gabe Moser. and that'll bring Maxwell Romero Jr. to the plate.
Yeah, 10 hits, and that hadn't been a cheap one in the bunch. They have hit the ball hard throughout this contest, and they've hit the ball hard, for that matter, throughout this series. 2 more doubles tonight. 2 more home runs tonight. Actually, 1 more double tonight. 2 more home runs. So 13 doubles, 9 home runs now in this series for Harrisburg.
1 out, first pitch to Romero. Will take it for a ball. It's 1-0. 0 for 2 tonight is Maxwell Romero. Pitch on is outside again. It's 2-0. That was pitch number 88 tonight for Gabe Moser. Looks like the rain's lightened up a little bit since that last little rush. 2-0 is outside, 3 balls and no strikes. It's been a tale of 2 starts for Gabe Moser from last week to this week. Last week it was 10 strikeouts, no earned runs over 6 innings at Portland. And the 3-0 is there for a strike. It's 3-1. Fastball at 91, bottom of the zone. One out in the 5th. Harrisburg leads 7-1. Lawson gets his lead. And the 3-1 is swung on and grounded foul off the facing of the Savage dugout suite. And Leandro Pineda, the right fielder, will go and retrieve it in shallow right field. And Moser's worked his way back in the count. It's 3-2. Romero Jr. a strikeout and a ground out so far in tonight's ball game. Moser is set at the belt. And the 3-2 is over for a called strike 3, right at the knees. Great spot from Gabe Moser. Gets his 6th strikeout of the night. He's up to 35 so far this season, most by far and away on the R-Phils. Also one of the leaders across the Eastern League in that category.
Also at 93 pitches now, so obviously they're just trying to get him through this 5th.
93 pitches, a new season high for Moser. Went 92 last week. Pitch to McKenzie, 1 hopper. Miller, what a play on the short hop. Takes to the bag himself, and the side is retired. 109 off the bat, and Adam Miller makes a spiffy play at shortstop. That's a 6 unassisted fielder's choice. Lawson at its 2nd, and that's how the inning comes to an end. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We are halfway through. Harrisburg 7, Fightins 1. Bottom of the 5th inning, 7-1. Harrisburg is on top of the Fightin' Phils. Inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nested on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. There is a new pitcher out for Harrisburg as well. They have a righty in. And the new pitcher for Harrisburg is Luke Young, Bob.
Young making his 8th appearance of the season. He's 0-1 with a 5 ERA. In 9 innings pitched, he's given up 14 hits. 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 11 strikeouts, and just 2 walks. He's also given up 1 home run.
First pitch, a strike to Verdugo. It's 0-1. So 7-1 Harrisburg, 7-8-9 due up for the Fightin Phils here in the inning. See if they can start to chip back here in this ball game. Next pitch to Verdugo's down for a ball. So Garrett Davila tonight goes an inning and a third. Zeros across the board, 2 strikeouts for the left-handed arm Davila. And the 1-1, Verdugo swings and he fouls it straight down. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Young pitched in the series opener on Tuesday, went an inning, gave up 3 hits and a run.
And the 1-2. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luis Verdugo. Gunnar Mayer continues to throw for Reading, so got to think he'll get the 6. And Verdugo takes that for a called strike 3. So strikeout number 1 for Young, number 5 overall for Harrisburg pitching in tonight's ball game. And that'll bring the 8-hitter Andrik Navo to the plate for Reading. And next one's over for a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Nava takes it down, 1-1. 1 out, bottom 5, 7-1. Harrisburg's on top of Reading. Senators 4 in the first, 2 in the fourth, also got 1 in the third. Zeros in the second and fifth. And the 1-1 is swung on, ground ball right side. First baseman Naranjo stays down on it. He'll gobble it up, take it to the bag himself for out number 2. And that'll bring Cole Roberts to the plate. 8 straight combined by Harrisburg pitching going back to the 3rd inning.
Yeah, we talked about showing some fight on this team like they did last night in the bottom of the 9th. But quite frankly, after the 1st inning, other than the Cole Roberts single, there has been nothing else offensively for the Phils since the 1st.
2 outs for Cole Roberts. First pitch is up and into the righty. It's 1-0. Roberts base hit tonight. He singled his first time up back in the bottom of the 3rd. That's our Phil who has reached base. Next pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike, 2 outs to count to Cole Roberts. Pitch home is upstairs for a ball. It's 2-1. Roberts at .273 on his season so far since joining the Fightin Phils. Will then step out and get time. Cole is the son of Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. Of course, the Dodgers who won the World Series back in 2024. Next pitch is down for a ball. It's 3-1. Of course, just doing some research, like, oh, the Dodgers come to Philly at all any point soon. Maybe Dave will come up to a game. Of course, the Dodgers were here the first weekend of the season, so.
True.
3-1 is down, ball 4. So Cole Roberts reaches base again for the 2nd time tonight. This time it's on a walk, and that'll bring the top of the lineup and Robert Moore to the plate. Rain has begun to pick up again. I mean, there's people sitting not under cover. They're not really
usually
scattering.
if it's raining, the concourse is full and it's not so much in the stands.
More squares, the bump pool is back. It's 1-0.
And we usually have a few more fans visiting our neck of the woods as well underneath the roof.
The count to Robert Moore. Pitch home is swung on, lifted. Foul territory, 3rd base side. Morales over, and it's out of play. So Moore, we said this squared a bunt on the first pitch he saw. It's something he told us in our pregame interview. If you missed it, it's up on social media right now. That last September is something they really started to work on. And he kind of just looks for those spots to, see when he can get one down. It's another element that he has added to his game. Next pitch, he swings, hits into the air, deep center. McKenzie back squares it up in front of the track and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Game is official, and I see some grounds crew coming out, so we'll see if there's going to be a tarp on the field. But in the inning, it's no runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We'll go to the sixth, and our score is Harrisburg 7, Fightin Phillies 1. Well, we're going to keep playing, at least for now. Skies have opened up. It is raining. There was a conversation between groundskeepers and umpires, but they've decided that we will keep playing. So, top of the sixth inning, established in 1928. The Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern PA, located between Philly, Lancaster, and Allentown and Sinking Spring. It offers a true test of golf on a championship-style golf course. Visit themanorgolfcourse.com for more info. 7-1 Harrisburg, now in for Reading. Bob, it's Gunnar Mayer.
Mayer making his 8th appearance of the season. He is 0-2 with a 4.70 earned run average, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, and 4 walks.
It'll be the top of the Harrisburg lineup up. First pitch to Philip Glaser. Takes it for a ball. It's 1-0.
Mayer suffered the loss in Wednesday night's 6-3.
1-0 misses out for a ball. It's 2-0.
6-3 win for the Harrisburg Senators, of course, giving up the 3-run home run from Maxwell Romero that flipped a 3-1 lead for the Phils to a 4-3 deficit.
Next pitch is over for a strike. It's 2-1. So Gabe Moser in tonight's game, 5 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts through 94 pitches, 59 for strikes. Two balls, 1 strike to count to Philip Glaser, pitch on. Swinging a foul ball straight back off the netting behind home plate. It's 2-2. Glaser is 3 for 3 in today's game. 3 singles, 2 runs scored, 2-2. He swings and he hits one deep right field. Pineda's back, leaps, and it's gone. Make that 4 for 4 today. Glaser just sneaks one over the right field wall. Solo home run. It's 8-1, his first home run of the season.
And the extra base bonanza for the Harrisburg Senators continues in this series. Their 3rd home run of the night, their 10th home run of the series. And that one literally hit the top of the fence, top of that yellow stripe across the right field fence, and bounced over the top for the home run for Glaser. And the home run problems for Mayer continue as well.
First pitch to Nick Schnell is a ball. It's 1-0. Schnell is 0 for 3 tonight. He did reach on an error back in the 4th. Next pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. And the 1-1 is down for a ball, 2-1. Now it's definitely has picked up.
Oh, absolutely. The rain is coming. If you're Philip Glaser's probably in the dugout right now going, let's just make some outs here. Make sure that counts.
Home run counts. 2-1 is outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Still no outs in the sixth. Pitch home, swing and a miss. It is 3-2. Next pitch is outside, ball 4. So that is a walk of Nick Schnell. So back-to-back base runners allowed by Gunnar Mayer to start this inning. And that'll bring Yoandy Morales to the plate. And the pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Definitely some more scattering going on throughout the crowd right now. Looks like all the suits and dresses, though, staying dry out in the event center.
How about that? Good to know for future reference purposes.
1-0, swung on, ground ball. And it's a high chopper over the head of Keaton Anthony down the right field line and towards the corner. Heading to third is Schnell. He'll get the wave home. Heading towards third also goes Morales. The throw goes to the cutoff man. And it's an RBI triple for Yoandy Morales. Schnell scores. It's 9-1 Harrisburg.
Well, you talk about a well-placed hit for Yoandy Morales. He just beat that into the ground right in front of home plate. It hopped all the way over Keaton Anthony's head. And there was no doubt about that was going to be trouble. And it rolls down into the corner. By the time Pineda can run it down, it's easy for Schnell to come around and score, and easy for Morales as well to go into third base. That was what could have been a ground ball to the first baseman, and at least one out, if not two, turns into a run-scoring triple.
Anthony's now been the victim of two pretty
Yeah.
tough high hops tonight.
Absolutely. It was just too high for anybody. Even
Pitch home, swung on a line drive foul. Leaping is Carlos De La Cruz, who's back as the first base coach.
I was just about to say, even when Carlos De La Cruz was at first base, he wouldn't have been able to get that. That's how high that hop was. It was just perfectly placed by Morales. Went with the pitch, slapped it the other way, and slapped it perfectly on a hop over Anthony's head down into the corner.
No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 swung on, ground ball right back to Mayer. Good job, checks the runner back to third, throws to first in time. And that's out number 1, and that'll bring Caden Wallace to the plate. Wallace will dig in from the right side. Man on third, 1 out. Reading will play the infield back. And first pitch from Mayer is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Good changeup from the right-handed pitcher. A 1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caden Wallace tonight, good night. 2 for 3. Home run, single, 3 runs driven in. 1-1 is at the knees for a strike. It's 1-2. If you're watching on MLB TV, you can see the tempo of the rain coming down. And the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball, foul. It'll stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Caden Wallace, the 5-man. Morales leads off third, 1 out, top 6. 9-1, Harrisburg on top. Next pitch is down, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 and an out. The count here to Caden Wallace. Pitch home is swung on a miss, and that is strike 3. So first strikeout tonight for Gunnar Mayer. 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring Jeremy De La Rosa up to the plate. So we'll see if Mayer can leave that runner on third here. 2 runs already scored in the inning for Harrisburg. And the pitch, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. And Mayer fires inside, 1-1. Jeremy De La Rosa tonight is 1 for 3. Had a solo home run back in the first, and that one is swung on, hit towards Miller, leaps, and Ada Miller makes another nice play to retire the side in the 6th. Harrisburg 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. On to the home half for the 6th. Harrisburg on top, 9-1. Well, we're back with what was scheduled to be the bottom of the 6th inning, but there was a big lightning flash. The rain has picked up, and ultimately there has been a decision to put the tarp on the field. So tonight's game will, in fact, enter a rain delay. So rain delay starts 8:27 p.m. We will provide updates to you as they become available. And while we are at the rain delay, we will play couple episodes of our Reading Roundup podcast. We'll start with last week's episode, which featured some interviews from our second homestand. So sit back, relax, and enjoy episode number 2 of the Reading Roundup podcast. We'll be back either after the episode or if there are any updates to provide. Back here on the Fightin Phillies Radio Network, we have an update. We are a half hour from the start of our rain delay, and with that, tonight's game has been called. Tonight's game has officially been rained out. The game is final. Harrisburg wins it 9-1 in 6 innings. Once again, the game is called early due to rain. A 9-1 Harrisburg win in 6 innings. So that is how tonight's game comes to an end. A shortened game due to rain. If you are listening, hope you're safe, hope you're dry, and we will step aside for a moment here, and Bob McCool will have your post-game show coming up after this on the Fightin Phillies Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Reading Fight Phillies Radio Network, where and tonight's postgame show was presented by White Star Travel, the official group sponsor of the Reading Fight Phillies. Visit whitestartours.com for more information. So the game is official, and it goes to the Harrisburg Senators as Harrisburg wins it by a final score of 9-1. And it started big for the fight for the Harrisburg Senators. They jumped out on top with a 4 spot in the first. Reading came back with a run in the bottom half. But ultimately, it was a 9-1 game, and after 5.5 innings, it ends with a win as the skies open up. There was a bolt of lightning in the distance. The tarp came on the field, and after settling through the first required 30 minutes, it was pretty obvious that this game was not going to be finished as the rains are still continue to fall and fall heavily here at FirstEnergy Stadium. So the game is now official, and the Harrisburg Senators pick up the win, and they now have a 4-1 lead in the series. They'll take the series as well with 1 game left to play. We'll take a timeout. We get back with more of our White Star Travel postgame show. We'll run you through the scoring and wrap up tonight's broadcast here on the Reading Fightin Phillies Radio Network. Welcome back to our White Star Travel postgame show. Again, the Reading Fightin' Phils fall to the Harrisburg Senators in a rain-shortened game by a final score of 9-1. Gabe Moser got the start tonight for the Harrisburg Senators, and for the Reading Phillies, and the Harrisburg Senators went with Miguel Gomez in what was scheduled to be a bullpen game for Harrisburg. But the bats of the Senators continued to swing heavy and hard, and they jumped on Gabe Moser in the first inning. Philip Glasser led it off with a base hit. After a ground out from Nick Schnell, Yoande Morales doubled into the right center field gap. That brought home Glasser for the first run of the game as the extra base hit bonanza continued for the Senators in this series. And Morales with the RBI double, his fourth double of the series, his sixth RBI of the series as well. And the Senators are on top by a score of 1-0. After a strikeout to Joe Naranjo, it was Caden Wallace at the plate. And Wallace drove one out to left center field for a 2-run home run that made it a 3-0 game. The next batter up, Jeremy De La Rosa, hit one hard and deep down the right field line. The only question was whether or not it was fair or foul. It was fair. And the first home run of the season for Jeremy De La Rosa, and it was a 4-0 game in favor of Harrisburg before the Fightin' Phils ever got to the plate. Once they got to the plate in the first, they were able to do a little bit of damage. It was a 2-out double off the bat of Keaton Anthony that got things started, and then Felix Reyes followed that up with a double of his own. His second double of the series, his fourth RBI of the series, and the Phils had chipped away, at least for the time being, at 4-1. Moser settled down a little bit through the second and into the third. A leadoff walk got him into third. Yoande Morales walked. Joe Naranjo followed it with a single, and Morales went to third. Naranjo then tried to steal second base and was thrown out, so it was a runner at third base and one out for Caden Wallace, and he singled home Morales to make it a 5-1 game and get that run right back in favor of the Senators, and the third RBI of the night for Caden Wallace. The Fightin's not able to get anything in the bottom half of the third. It was a 5-1 lead, and then things got ugly fast for the Fightin' Phils in the fourth inning. Jared McKenzie led it off with a single, followed by Philip Glasser with a single to put runners at first and second and nobody out. Nick Schnell hit a high chopper to Keaton Anthony at first. He needed Gabe Moser to get over to cover. The throw was a little bit high of Moser, got away from him for an error. It rolled down to the right of the catcher, Andrik Nava, who had to hustle over and get it. By the time he got there, nobody came over to cover home. That allowed McKenzie to score. And then Glasser tried to go to third, was headed to third base because the opportunity was there until Nava was able to get back to home plate. When Glasser headed to third, Nava threw it to third to Luis Verdugo. The ball gets away from Verdugo, and that allows Glasser to get up and score. So, in essence, 2 runs came across on what was 2 errors on the play, 2 physical errors, really could have been 3 errors, and a couple of mental errors as well. And again, nobody covered home plate. Andrik Nava was slow to react to it and then threw it away. And it was a disaster of an inning that led to 2 unearned runs for the Senators, and it also made it a 7-1 advantage in favor of Harrisburg. Phils continued to not be able to add on, and then in the 6th, Harrisburg added on a little bit more fuel to the fire as Philip Glasser's big night continued. He was already 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Well, he added on to that with a home run to lead off the 6th. Nick Schnell then walked. Yoande Morales tripled down the first base line to plate Schnell, and that made it a 9-1 game. And as the Phils came to the plate in the bottom of the 6th, we were playing through some drizzle in the 6th, but as the Phils came to the plate in the bottom of the 6th, we saw the crack of lightning and the rain picked up. The tarp came on the field, and it has been pouring rain here in Reading ever since. And so the game has been canceled. You could still probably hear in the crowd, Mike, some lightning and thunder still in the area. So tonight's game is officially postponed, but it is official as well, as we got 5.5 innings in. So the Reading Fightin' Phils will take the loss. Harrisburg now at 500 with the win. Harrisburg is 13-13, and Reading falls to 6-18 on the season. 9 runs and 12 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base for the Senators. 1 run on 3 hits and 3 errors, and 3 left on base for the Reading Fightin' Phils. So the troubles continue for Reading, and in addition to losing games, playing baseball that has been tough to watch, certainly in tonight's game for sure. And so we'll see how things materialize. But knowing the manager the way we do, I guarantee you it has not been a good 48 hours or so for the skipper, Al Padriques. The winner tonight is Harrisburg Senators reliever Garrett Davia. He gets the win. He is now 1-2. Gabe Moser takes the loss. He is 0-3. So tonight's game official after 5.5, and it does go to the Harrisburg Senators. We're back at it tomorrow night as the Phils will try and salvage at least a second win in this series. Tomorrow's first pitch is at 5:15. The Diamond Credit Union Plaza opens up at 4, and the Seating Bowl opens up at 4:15. Don't forget, great giveaway tomorrow for the kids. It's our Phil's mascots and characters meet and greet, an autograph and photo session tomorrow. And again, fans get to run the bases after the series finale on Sunday. 5:15 is first pitch. We'll be on the air at 5 o'clock with the minor league report. And again, thanks to Robert Moore for spending some time with Jake Starr in our pregame show. For Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thanks for listening to Reading Fightin Phil's Baseball. We'll be back at it again tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock with first pitch at 5:15. Better yet, as always, we'd love to see you here in Baseball Town. The final score one more time goes to the Harrisburg Senators by a score of 9-1 on the Reading Fightin Phil's radio network and our flagship 830WEU.com. Have a great night, everyone.